Alright, let's get everything set up, yeah. Is the audio alright? Or if you don't mind listening in. Alright. Sure, that works. A dashboard. Let me fix that. How's that now? Okay. A little better, or does it need like just more oomph? Okay. Is it better now? Test. Really? That's interesting. Maybe if I move my mic closer. How about now? Any bit better. Okay. Cool. Let me actually add in the Discord chat so that you can... Do I not have... Oh, am I silly? I am a silly. Ah, there it is. You over here. Make sure we got everything working. Yes, we do. And then let me add you into the Discord call in. We need the audio source. Am I dumb? I think I'm dumb. I totally don't remember what I added in for this. Right. I'm, cancel. No, we don't need that. Maybe you. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now your voice should come through now.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed.
Now I have to speak up.
James has to speak up. Oh no. But yeah, we'll be starting soon. Let's see. La-ti-da. Wow, it actually shows me the users in chat now. I can see that people are here now.
Ahaha.
It's actually easier to tell. Let's still do that for me.
So you might want to drop my volume a little bit in your chat.
Yeah? Okay.
Discord's volume a little bit.
How is that now?
Let me pull it back up. The volume. Okay, I think that's good.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm actually thrilled that it shows me just the users in chat now. I don't know what was up with that stuff before. Maybe it was just to boost my confidence and make me think that there was like 12 or so people in chat or something. My stream info was correct, right? Yeah, it was. Okay, we good there. Alright, let's actually just go ahead and get into it. There we go. Let's push into Oblivion. Actually, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling keeping the music on. Do you think I should keep the chill music on, or should I just use like Oblivion music?
How chill you gonna be tonight?
I want to be chill. Well, maybe until everybody shows up and we start doing something crazy. What you think?
Yeah, I'd say you should be fine with it on.
No? Okay. Would you prefer it on, or
Uh,
or just like the Oblivion? Let's just do the regular Oblivion music. That should be fun.
I mean, Oblivion's ambiance music is like pretty chill too.
Yeah, the violins and stuffs. Let's see if it actually loads up. I need to remember to save more often. Alright. Alright, we're on screen. Well, back into it, yeah. Try and finish off some of the Mage's Guild's quests. If I remember right, there's quite a few moments where we're just forced to kind of wait a day, which I never really got. Maybe it's a relic from an older time, where like you had to like waste time. Maybe I should do a playthrough of Oblivion at some point where I don't wait. I can
Does it
understand.
have to be like a full day, or can it just be like an hour wait?
It's like a full 24 hours.
Hmm.
It's weird, yeah. Also, like,
Cool.
I am not really the magiest mage. Retrieve a book from Janus Hasseldor at Count of Skingrid. I just announced his Twitter handle, I guess. He is at Count of Skingrid.
That's a long and talkative one. I don't think many people will follow that.
Yo, shout out to Hasseldor.
Shout out to Hassel.
Shout out to the young Count of Skingrid. He's got this shit. My man's implementing super good policies like blood banks and healthcare and blood banks, but specifically blood banks. I can't wait for him to tell me that I'm stupid for meeting him in some dumb place or something.
Oh boy.
I mean, I am stupid, but that's not an excuse. Yeah, it's nice being able to see at night now. I don't know, it looks a little dark on my screen. Is that alright? I really need to get a better field of view mod. Do I really want to go ham on this guy? Kinda feeling it. Fortify strength, fortify fatigue. Let's do a protect, light DR increase. Let's
Why not?
what else should we do? I'm almost to bound sword. I'm actually kind of stoked about that. At some point, I'll have to make a whole bound set of gear, like summon spell. That'll be fun. And that is called being overprepared. Drop 3 buffs, boost your strength, boost your skills in every aspect, and then you fight the war. Actually, there's a neat quest. Oh no. Hold on a minute. I need to fix that, because it's going to be causing me to lose my mind. Dismiss, please. I stopped the timer, and yet it still played. Alright, let's get back into it. It's not a patch stream without a random hiccup. At least it's quick to get back in. But yeah, chill stream tonight. If I can get like a solid 4 or 5 hours of gameplay on this, I'd be pretty happy. That'll be quite a bit of progress. Ooh, having some lag issues. But it's about time that I got a hold of a soul tarp spell. We need to tarp people's souls. Actually, should I do this quest? Yeah, I'm kind of feeling it. Maybe later. How much money do I have? 9,800. Now, if I remember right from the ye oldie days, having a gold coin meant you were rich.
Ooh,
Right? Or am I, like, silly? Hello, Argronian. I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. This should be a pretty chill night. Worst comes to worst. Not really worst. Best comes to best. Everybody shows up and we dive into some co-op gaming. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
What would you be up to play tonight?
I'm not even sure right now, honestly.
How do you feel about Risk of Rain? Unless you've been playing that too much.
I just did like 1 or 2, so should be good too.
Okay. That'd be fun to play. I get to show off how bad I am at it. We're back to our roots. We're back to Oblivion. Honestly, though, the funniest thing about Oblivion is it was the first game I ever streamed. Unfortunately, that VOD is long gone. But, at some point... I mean, forget the past, right? Remember, but also forget, right? Right! I hit the dir. Let's hit the other dir. Did it hit? Yes, okay. That's some venison for us. And venison means, restore health potions. Wow, brain fart.
Oh yes.
Where's the deer? Oh, there's his corpse. Alright, we got our stuff. What is that? Oh, wait. Okay. Let's get onto the road so that we're not being molested. Well, we're gonna be molested by everything in the entire, like, 6-county region. But, you know, that's just Oblivion, right?
Yay.
Oh, we're being attacked. Never mind, we're
Hooray.
not being attacked. I don't understand.
I've got a menu that can now actually change the graphics of my game. Woo.
Good job. I thought you were working on sound.
I finished it.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm not actually adding any audio to it, I'm just getting it to where I can actually change the sound.
Gotcha, gotcha. But yeah, it's nice to have a chill sesh. Chill sesh. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream Relic Fall. It might be better if somebody else streams Relic Fall. And that's mostly because, like, all my notes and stuff will be revealed.
Unless you want to have like a third monitor.
Yeah.
Or you could technically do like a separate browser for the actual game and just be streaming that.
Well, here's the issue. It would still show, like, behind the GM binder, so to speak, because it'll show all the scenes and stuff I have set up. Plus, so, you know, like, if you guys get into a dungeon, like, it'll show, like, I would basically have to turn on the GM opacity, and I would only be able to see what you guys see.
I mean, if you really wanted to go hardcore and stream it, like, and not have somebody else stream it, you could open up a separate account and just log in as like a player. Because I know there's an option to like sign into as a player.
Well, I could do both at the same time, but I think I'd rather have, like, one of you guys stream it while I record it. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not record it. It might just be better for one of you guys to have it. Oh, well, we got one dir. Nighttime in Oblivion is so nice until you get attacked by like 19,000 things. Let's make some HP potions. Do we have... That's restore health. We'll use the Lavender Sprig and the Dragon Song. Karen Ballet. No, we want... never mind. There's nothing that really works with that, is there? Alright, so we'll put the venison in, get some more restore health potions. I need to get an upgrade to my alchemy set. I don't remember the best way to do that, to be completely honest. Cure disease potion we want. Is there anything else? Restore magicka, yep. Corn. Well, there's damage health. Damage health would be good. Yeah, we want poison. It's amazing how much food in this game has the damage health attribute to it. You'd think that would be a problem. Maybe a shield potion would be nice. It's like a potato, and is there anything that also has shield attached to it? Yeah, summer bullet caps. That's a 19% shielding. That's pretty damn good, actually. Let's get a fortify health if possible. There's fortify int. There's fortify health. But that damages magicka, so let's drop that. Just get the raw. Do we need for int? I don't think so. Trying to think. Detect life would be nice. Chameleon would also kind of be nice, but Seminalius. Is that fort health? Yeah. Okay. I think we're good there. I'm not too keen. Well, let's go ahead and make some trash potions just to have something to sell when we get to place thing. A lot of restore attribute potions. That might come in handy later. Restored fatigue exists. Don't really have much of a in or out. Is the sound levels alright? I have no idea.
I'd say so.
Okay, cool. That's something that sucks to fiddle with, as we found out with CJ.
And also, problem is it sounds different for everybody, apparently.
Yeah. To each their own setup, I suppose.
Yeah.
No. Why must you exist? Alright, well. Let us get the long sword out. Do I have a long... Oh, no, I don't. I need to get a shield. But I'm actually at the point now where... What? Oh, a Spriggan and a Will-o'-the-Wisp? It'd be like that. Yeah, I can outpace you. Stop healing. That's not allowed. Okay, guard. Why? Why? He's just making noises at this point. Like, what the heck? Interesting. The body proportions of the Spriggans is, very strange. Yeah. Isn't like a Spriggan a thing in real life? Isn't that just like an herb? Do you know, James?
I think so.
I'll have to look that up later, too. Once, eventually my athletics will be high enough to where I can actually chase down deer. Wow, I'm, There we go. Ah, running down a deer. Alright. Oh, are we under attack? Yeah, another Spriggan. Neat summon position. Very nice when the caster you're fighting relies on touch magic and stuff. Because then you can just kind of step a few inches back and begin to smack them with your sword. Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit of prep work. Fortify fatigue. Fortify health. Fortify magic. I don't have enough magicka for that. We don't really need defend. I wish I had a resist magic spell. What's this? Curse of something. Curse of weakness. Damage fatigue. That seems kind of lame. Oh, I have Soul Tarp. I forgot about that. Oh, right. Yeah, it's invisible. That's great. Awesome. Fun. Cool. So it's exactly the reason why I really dislike fighting Will-O-the-Wisps. Alright. Hey, my blade skill increased. Let's save. Yeah. But yeah, pretty chill night stream. Probably be going for a little while. Maybe we'll get some people in. Would be nice. I might at the server, to be honest, and be like, hey, let us go gam. The boys need to be back in town.
Boys are back in town.
So thankfully, I don't think me like randomly singing things is liable to get me copyright striked. So we can actually sing. We are allowed to do that thing.
Don't you know how sonorous I'm going to be today?
No, it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. There's no way that a grievous, destructive, body-changing ordeal that you had to go through would ever affect your ability to sing. Can't imagine.
Definitely not.
Man, I still got the mucus on that stuff though. It sucks.
Yeah.
At some point I have to do the Knights of the Nine quest. I don't know if I should wait or not, cause like, I don't know. Like it's good to do it. It's basically gear that you can just fix and get recharged wherever for free. But I also want to go to the Shivering Isles and get the Dawnbreaker / Duskbreaker. Ow.
Is that the DLC stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, gobble.
Gobble.
You say ow, and I look at your HP not even move.
I mean, it scared me, man. I got
scared.
I got spooked.
Him roll down the hill.
Good shot, bro. You gonna block? Yeah, you are, because you're a meanie. Hate fighting goblins. They drop nothing and they have so much HP. Ammo's nice, but really? Come on now. Ah. Are we doing this? Swing. Come on, buddy. Just fall over. Thank you. I'm surprised I didn't level up Blade from that. Actually, speaking of, what is my Blade skill? 79. All right.
Set screen.
So we have some flax, which we can make that into restore magicka potions, which is in fact very nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. I still need to work on my magic skills. That needs to get boosted at some point. Because I'm kind of lacking behind on that aspect. But I do intend on kind of leveling up a little bit more, maybe. That might be the... You know what? That's how I level up. Because most of my skills are magic skills. Yeah, James, see, I am actually a mage, I just don't fight like one.
You have magic, but you choose not to.
Listen, a good mage has to make sure that their body is just as sound as their mind. It's how you do it.
Yeah, get a healthy workout of punching your enemies a few times.
You gotta be a renaissance man, bro.
Just use your kung fu to cast magic.
I unfortunately am not good at hand-to-hand. That's something I will have to train at some point. Right now, though, honestly, more so than anything else, I would actually really like my mercantile to be higher. Athletics kind of just comes with time, but I am actually making some decent progress on athletics.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know how to grind it other than just, you know, swimming or running like cross country. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add the group. Let's see. Let us see. Streaming text at streaming. Come hang out, boyos. We streamin'. Alright. Why is it so foggy? It doesn't look foggy on the stream, which is funny. It looks really foggy for me. It's about right, isn't it? Oh. Going to Skingrod, yeah?
Oh my goodness.
Talking to the Count, innit? Yeah?
It just looks like everything is blue.
Everything is blue. His skin, his teeth, his pills. I think that's wrong.
Dabo dee dabo die.
No, that's a different song. I'm talking about Colors by Audion. I think that's what they're called.
Yes.
Jesse, James, Team Rocket has come to lay claim.
Not again.
Okay. I can't see shit. It's fixed. Something's going on.
What are you talking about?
Interesting. I guess that bug's still happening. We'll go ahead and save. Yeah, occasionally it puts like a filter over my face, apparently.
Huh.
It like burns in a certain scene into my retinas.
You have seen this place so many times that you're seeing double of it now.
I'm gonna put on a blankie. A little chilly. Would you believe? Oh, go ahead.
A little bit chilly.
A little bit chilly. Would you believe that I actually I actually went to a meeting as a senior dev, with my full-on like dress shirt and whatnot, with the blanket on. Totally fine. I have sleepies in my eyes soon. Still, eh. It's nice to get out. Hi. Yeah, okay. I assume you're the dude guy?
Yes, the Count is quite aware of your
dude, bro.
presence here. He simply has no interest in granting you an audience at this time. Now
Yeah.
that I've seen you myself, I
Can't
say
say
that
that
I
I
blame
blame
him.
him. Yeah, why is everybody a dick?
Nevertheless, I shall endeavor to change his mind on the subject. Return tomorrow.
Like, honestly, why is this man a weenie dick face, meanie face? Return tomorrow. Whop. 24 hours waiting in the lobby. I'm sure it'll be fine. I have received an email. I don't care, Microsoft. I've been getting a lot of, like, promo emails, and it's kind of annoying. I wonder if there is a Twitch integration mod for Oblivion. Twitch integration. Oblivion.
You there. I have an update for
He
you.
has an update for you. Yeah?
The Count has agreed to see you. But
That's
not
cool.
here.
Okay.
He wishes to meet you south of the cursed mine outside of town.
That
After
seems like a
2
weird
a.m.
cut with his voice.
It would be wise of you to be on time. Follow the road west.
It would be wise of you to be on time. My dude, you have the least veiled bullshit in the entire world.
Hi there.
Cool.
I will never Oh, that's a crash.
No.
It begins. Alrighty then. Yeah, I figured we're getting a little bit further in the game. Thankfully, it's not completely unstable yet, but Oblivion does have quite a few... What is happening? Quite a few memory leaks.
Hmm?
Wait a minute. Have I not talked to the Count yet? Yeah, okay, whatever. So let's head back and wait. Hurry up and wait.
Drop down.
Where am I going? Why do I gotta go over there? I don't want to go there. The county hall. So interesting. I guess the empire is partitioned into counties. It's pretty modern. Because the French did parishes. What did the English do? I don't remember the Romans using counties. Hey, yep. You're gonna be a jerk. I have to wait here for 24 hours. Wop. But yeah, pretty nice to get back into it.
Yeah.
Still on that programming jam.
Yep. I'm getting the
Alright.
option to change resolutions.
That's interesting. And I can hear Tura's having an aneurysm.
Can you guess which game they're playing this time? Without checking Steam.
Phasmo.
Yes.
Yeah, he randomly screams during that.
You there.
Quite often. Oh.
That's cool though. I'm glad he's still having fun with it. I just don't have fun by myself.
Ooh. That's no good.
I would actually love to play Phasmo on stream. Oh wait, at 2 a.m. Why 2 a.m. specifically? That seems like a really awkward time. I would be doing Into the Radius, but I mowed the lawn today, and I had to do a push mower. I'm sure that explains why I took like a 2-hour nap.
Yeah.
Can hear Tur screaming in the distance still. He does like his noises, doesn't he? be fun to have on stream. I just wish you'd be around. Tell him to quit being a loser. So where are you guys thinking of moving at the moment?
We're gonna be staying in town, but we're
Tally?
just probably gonna stay in the same apartment complex as well. We'll just go down to like a 2-bed or 1-bed.
Gotcha, gotcha. How much is that gonna knock off the bill?
Few hundred.
That's pretty good. It's pretty solid.
Cool.
Tomato.
I'm so glad I know about lists nowadays. Lists are so much nicer than arrays.
Is that like a new feature to C++ that I don't know about?
So C# is lists. C++ is a different term for it.
I'm much more used to arrays.
Arrays are set in size. Lists are dynamic.
Right, in C++ you actually do have to set the array size.
Yep.
I'm so used to Java where it's dynamic.
There is I'm not sure if it's list in C++, but there is essentially the same thing where it can have a dynamic size as well.
Sounds like an object.
It's not actually, it's a built-in thing, but it's just not the typical one.
Weird. I like
Can't remember the names
objects.
for long.
Objects
Also,
make
no, I mean-
programming easy.
I finally started, like the last thing I did in like programming that I finally learned how to actually make use of objects
Really?
and start actually doing things with it.
Let me probe you a bit, if you don't mind. What do you use objects for? Or at least what's the use cases you have so far?
Is it the last thing I was doing when I was doing the purely text-based game I was working on? I was using that to make different instances for fights and then get rid of them.
Okay, so an object that holds a bunch of strings.
Or not even that, it literally held the entirety of the conflict. And then I just took the data out of the object that I needed at the end of the fight and deleted it.
So it was a, effectively a pseudo storage.
Yep.
Okay,
It allowed
okay.
me to load an entire, complete random environment for a situation. I could do all the changes I wanted to, and then I could just copy over the important stuff after it was done.
Yeah, I really like objects. That's exactly how I use objects most of the time, particularly when it comes to setting up like cookies and stuff for web browsers. Because it helps me store a lot of data that would otherwise like disappear. Cookies are nice too because you can kind of set like versus like local storage where it's kind of deleted when the user deletes it. Not a lot of users really know how to do that. It's nice because you can set a delete date, so it's not as intrusive, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I like me likey objects. Objects good, yes. It's been a while since I've worked on C++ or anything. I need to learn a little bit more Python.
Python, that's one I haven't touched yet. Ironically, the simplest languages are the ones I haven't gone to.
The simplest languages are actually in demand right now, which is kind of funny.
I'll say that a lot of that's probably because the complex ones, there's already a ton of people in those positions.
To be fair, I don't think it's a situation of there's too many people in those positions, but more so they have their guy already.
Yeah. They only need probably 1 or 2 back-end people to actually know how the deep dark code works. Everybody else is just utilizing that code.
I know a little bit of backend. Honestly, like, I've seen very large teams of backend devs. I want to learn to be backend, personally. I'd love to be full stack.
That would be interesting to me to be able to go through and see it at its base component and build it up.
Component-based programming is kind of the way I work. I'm not sure how it works on the back end, but I imagine it's just like that, compartmentalized. Oh shit, I came out too early.
So, question for you, Pat.
Yeah.
How would somebody die outside of the house in Phasmophobia?
Oh. They got caught by the ghost and walked outside afterwards.
Ah,
Because there's like a little bit of a delay.
that does make sense. Because he's
Arctic
all the
blow.
way out almost at the van, and he's dead.
Oh, well. I feel like using some of these scrolls. I'm gonna go ahead and potion up. We'll poison, fortify HP.
Oop,
We'll,
I'll be right back.
okay.
Kill the ball.
Kill the ball.
That too.
Heals. Hey, douchebag.
Well, you're late, mate. I'm afraid I misled you. The Count won't be arriving. In fact, he doesn't even know you're here. We're not about to let the guild interfere.
Remember I
with
talked
our
about
plans,
necromancers
or the
suck?
Count or otherwise.
This dude was
So
like
you'll have to
super
die.
thinly veiled.
Don't worry. We'll put your body.
Yeah, you're not gonna survive, bro. You're not fighting a mage, by the way. Stop. Yeah? You guys aren't scary. Is this what? Castle door, like, why though?
You impossible fool. What possessed you to think I would suggest a meeting here, of all places?
May have been a little bit on the feldu there, my dude.
I knew about Makeda, but not his friends. Now none of them are a threat any longer.
Yeah? Why was he a threat?
Do you not recognize a necromancer when you see one?
Well, I know he's a necromancer. But you can't tell me that that fight was him being a threat.
I suspected Makeda was involved in their cult.
Legitimately.
I was unwilling to move against him without knowing the identities of his allies.
Yeah? Go on.
Despite what your council may think, I've not thrown in with the necromancers and would never do so. You may pass along that message.
Yeah?
Tell your council that the next time they want something from me, they come themselves. They don't send someone under false pretenses.
Oh, so this was bullshit.
Yes, I see that now. I regret that Traven has involved you in this way. At least you've survived. For now.
I'm fighting
Perhaps
mages
in the
as a
future
murder
you can
hobo.
be trusted enough to deal with more serious matters.
Ooh, serious matters. Got a little bit steamy there. My man, what you hitting me up for?
Now our business here is concluded. I suggest you return to your council.
Okay. Well, you have fun out there. I'm gonna steal this guy's shit. Don't mind me. Dead now. It's not really stealing, is it? I don't know. I had to drag my happy ass all the way out to Skingrid just to fight somebody who was a quote-unquote threat. My guys, they're not threats. They're kind of a joke. The King of Worms will also be a joke because he's a human. He doesn't have the resistance. I'll just poke him a few times and he'll stop existing. Oh, let's make some damage health potions. Yeah? What does this make? Oh. Not interested. Damage health is nice. Nah. Alright. Let's, double tap. Super speed potion making. Let's go. I just made a ton of grape juice, my dudes. Restore Magicka. Alright. Round 2. Double tap. And made. Alright, is there anything nice in here that we can put together? This taproot? Do I want any of this? Not really. At this point, this is all just money. And money is very, very nice. Yes. We do like money on this stream. At least in Oblivion. IRL, I'm actually alright. Which is pretty nice. Very happy to be able to just kind of go my own way, so to speak. Eventually I'll be moving out. Which during that time I'll probably take like a week off. Get all my stuff set up, etc. Could do like a like quote unquote IRL stream there. That might be fun. Just be like, oh yeah, we moving out, sort of deal. Oh, has James deigned to return to us? I do not know, for he is a ghost. But yeah, I kind of plan on this Saturday working on getting my Relic Fall campaign set up. So, general idea, we're going to be working in the old World of Darkness world, which is kind of like modern day with like vampires, werewolves, that sort of thing. And the players are going to basically be allowed to take any sort of supernatural. There's going to be a thing called Relic. These things will basically drop out of the sky, and each of the individual people will get a hold of a relic. As such, that relic will kind of dictate the class that they get, because we're going to be using the Pathfinder system. A little bit shenanigansy, but, you know.
What can I interest you in?
It's, I'm pretty excited to actually run it. It'll be fun. Okay, well, let's see. I have a lot of random various arrows in my inventory. I don't need that. I'm pretty sure I can just get more of that, like, off the cuff. I don't need that at all, actually. Why would I ever need that?
An excellent bargain.
Damage fatigue is nice. We'll keep the fortify health just because apparently I've made blank potions. I don't know. Resist poison, whatever. Resist disease, whatever. Behold my mass amount of restore fatigue potions. I will never use that many. That's too much. But yeah, I'm sure you can see just how much money alchemy can make you. And you can do it incrementally. Actually, I might be able to buy the house here. The skin grid house is pretty nice. That might be worth it. I guess this is just what happens when you are a rich potion maker. You can just kind of make hundreds of gold just by existing. I mean, I guess that's kind of like real life to an extent. We want to sell 19. We're never gonna sell the restore health potions. I think... Should we keep the restore magicka? Yeah, I think we keep that many.
You got a great deal.
That'll be nice for later, I'm sure. But yeah, we're kind of strapped. We've got a lot of money. I don't need that. I'm gonna keep the healing potions. Don't need that. We'll drop the scrolls because why not?
That's a good deal.
That's
a good deal.
Drop the wolf pelt because that's just extra. Alright, let's see if this man has some... Yep, repair hammers. We'll get 3 of them. We'll make our way back to the Count's place and see about getting a hold of the Skingrad house. I don't remember exactly how much it costs, but, you know, do want it. It will be very nice to have one of the more posh places in the game. Skingrad house is pretty solid. It ranks #1, actually, in my list of favorite houses that are not DLC. In terms of DLC houses, my favorite one is still Battlehorn Castle. But I kind of have a partiality towards like ye old castles and stuff. Frostcrag's pretty cool, but you know, not quite my style. Not quite my style at all, really. I don't remember. It's got to be over there. Okay. But yeah, it is always interesting. What are you looking at? Okay, well. He's just kind of looking down the alley with his back turned to the street. Granted, the 2 guards were kind of standing there, so it's not
How
like
goes it?
pretty good actually. Actually, you seem nice.
What?
Let's
Yes?
brighten the day, shall we? This is a Breton. Okay, so we'll do you.
That's amazing.
Da.
You win this one.
Oh, thank you. Da.
Sorry. All right.
Okay, he kind of likes me. He kind of likes me. He's pretty cool. Pretty cool dude. We have the thingy again. Eventually, we'll be rocking mostly glass armor. I'm gonna need to level up my shit. Is my endurance maxed yet? Yeah, okay. So we don't actually need to worry about that anymore. Though it would be nice to keep getting heavy armor experience. Realistically, we're kind of trying to push this maxed, but we're on track to make a perfect character, so to speak. I do have a mod installed that helps with that, but I really don't like how perfect character leveling works in this game. Because realistically, you'll end up spending a lot of time grinding a very particular skill or spending money on a particular skill just to make sure that you get to +5, which is more annoying than it's worth. It literally just stops all gameplay dead in its tracks, and you just gotta deal with it. Okay, let's make you very happy with me. You don't like those.
Whatever you want. What nonsense.
Dut.
I wish I could say that.
Aren't you like?
Remarkable.
There we go.
That's all right. Take care.
And we made a
It's
friend.
You'll have to speak with Shumgro Yarug.
Shumgro Yarug. Okay. Let's save, because shenanigans might happen. Hey.
Well met.
Hello.
Take your time.
You like me.
BC. I hope
Yeah.
I can speak for the Count. Rose, you won't find a better property for sale. It's just
Alright.
somehow I
So 25k, that's the magic number. Yeah, I thought it was expensive. Don't remember it being that expensive though. Either way, we'll probably be able to scavenge better gear than we get. Alright, so now we walk our happy asses back to the Imperial Mages quarter, whatever. We'll talk to the Mages Guild. They'll be like, yeah, I'm sorry about sending you to die and stuff. You know, that's what we do to apprentices out here.
it's you.
Gotta love the Imperials, right? They just kind of do stupid shit. Oh, but we knew you could handle it, they'll say. You owe me 3 repair hammers, that's what I'll say. For gear and maintenance, upkeep. Honestly, I don't see why the guild isn't paying us. Fighters Guild pays you. Maybe not amazingly, but they do pay you. But yeah, we're out and about. We're getting to it. Let's actually cross the field here. Very strange being back in this game. Oh, no herbs. Oh, there we go, another crash. Just about right, ain't it? But yeah, honestly, like, if there's anybody around, we do have some chat commands. Feel free to poke at that if you want to play around with it. Oh my. Okay, so the game's just trolling me at this point. Legitimately. I don't understand. We got... I almost said Nightbot. We have Cloudbot set up to handle some funny little drops and stuff. You can just type !scales. It'll pull open the store page so you can kind of look at what you can spend your scales on. You get scales for watching, so pretty nice in that aspect. It's a bandito. Nah. Alright, let's give this guy a nice little punch in the mouth. We don't need protect. I do need to keep working on my... do need to keep working on my conjuration, so we will summon a dagger. Hello. You're mean. Yep, this is the most effective way of fighting someone, just kind of running around them until they fall over. Okay. Alright, I forget, like, we have to, like, switch our weapons, like, 6 times after conjuring a weapon. Honestly, at some point, we need to get into the Fighters Guild. That'll be a lot of money and some free magic gear. They're back! That's what I wanted. Let's see. Bound dagger. Hey guys. Oh, they're not back. They're statues. It's a bit creepy. Let's boost our conjuration skill, yeah? We have a long walk to go, right? Might as well. But yeah, pretty chill night so far. Hopefully we can get some of the other bros into chat. We can do some Vermintide, Deeprock, etc. Maybe some Riskarain. I don't know what James disappeared off to. He headed out, I suppose. But yeah, hopefully we can get our conjuration up high enough to where we can start drawing the bound sword. Bound sword's pretty solid. It's basically a Daedric weapon. I prefer the enchanted stuff, but, you know, it's a good in-between until we get there, right? Maybe I should be summoning something a little bit more potent to up my skill. Let's go with the Scamp. Just summon a Scamp the whole way. We'll have a venturing companion that we're basically killing over and over again and resummoning. The Scamp's very nice early on, but conjuration in general, especially in Oblivion, is kind of bonkers, because everything you summon is actually scaled to your level. So even with weak summons, they're still pretty potent. Like, and that's just based off of how the leveling system works. We do actually have a Dremora Lord, so when we get into having very high conjuration to the point where we can summon people like that, we'll be able to more or less wipe the floor with pretty much everything. Because they come running out with full Daedric, like, they don't mess around. But the higher we push our conjuration, the better, really. Eventually, I'll make a spell that basically summons a full set of gear for us. Something that'll just fully outfit us. One of the cool things about the bound armor spells, it will summon the armor for the highest level type of armor you have. I think when you're at like max, it defaults to like heavy armor. But I'd have to do a little bit of testing when we get there. I used to love the bound armor because I thought it was like full Daedric back in the day. It's not. It's alright. It's pretty good. It's as good as unenchanted armor goes. Where is this guy going? Oh, that's a spider Daedroth. Okay, I guess we're doing this. Did she summon her little boy? She did. Hate these things. We're fighting a dryad out here. Hey James, welcome back.
In the open.
Yeah, bet she's unhappy. I really want to steal that horse, but I don't want to get in trouble. We're just kind of walking down the road at this point, spamming conjuration magic, because we need to boost that shit.
Mhm.
What is my conjuration at? Oh, I'm actually at 56, that's not bad. The cool thing about Oblivion magic is that the more you use it, the higher your skill in the particular type of magic. It does reduce the amount of like mana cost to cast it.
Hmm.
And it is pretty substantial for the higher level spells. The lower level ones don't get as big of range, but I'm assuming that it's percentage based. Which I'm cool with that. That makes it easier. That makes the higher level magic a little bit more, you know, worth it when you do have the maxed out conjuration, alteration, etc.
Oh yeah.
But the late game for a mage really is just buffing the shit out of yourself and then smacking them in the face until they fall over. Pretty chill night though. I'm having some fun. It's good to be back in Cyrodiil. Walking down the roads that look like rural New Zealand.
Hmm.
But yeah, I wonder. I did actually set up the chat bot, so like there are the commands and whatnot. There's the loyalty points. I named them scales because, you know, I'm kind of theming everything based off of my campaigns. Kind of reiterate what I said before, James, while you weren't here. I'm really excited for Relic Fall this Saturday, or at least discussing it.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be nice to actually get into putting things together, you know?
Oh yes.
Just gonna swim across the lake, make our way to the Imperial Mages, like, sect, and then be told that, oh, we didn't mean to send you to die. It was just, you know, like, a spur of the moment thing.
Hmm.
We had Count Hasseldor show up. He told us swag and called us a loser and left. That was interesting. I didn't know vampires did that. Everybody in this entire game just likes to call us dumb. I don't know why. Maybe I am actually dumb. I guess we are kind of like the silent protagonist, though, and it's kind of an easy target.
Yeah, like you don't talk much, so
They can just kind of peg us no matter what. They don't give a shit.
Don't be the last to read today's Black Horse Courier.
I
Pretty
will be
much.
the last. Cat people is weird, yo. I say as an Argonian.
I mean, hey, everybody else is racist to you.
Yeah, really, though. That's the thing, like, everybody in Cyrodiil seems racist. Granted, so, same thing in Skyrim, and Somerset, and Balmora, and, you know,
Was
it's...
that just the entirety of the game then?
Yeah, it seems like everybody's racist.
Afternoon.
Hmm. That all good.
That is not good. They need to check their policies.
What is it, citizen?
Like, listen, I was just walking down the street, that lady's like, what? I didn't even look at her.
You could bet if you were their race, it would be, hello, hello.
Oh, hello there. They get all, like, close to the mic and be like, hey there. I heard you like being a Breton. Oh yeah, we all like being Bretons.
What is it,
Yeah, definitely.
I still belong to the Breton Master AC. The 50% resist magic is just too good to pass up.
That is still so fucking broken.
It's the best. It's so good. And then you have reflect magic that's 50% on top of that as a once a day.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's so nice. Hello. Alright, where's the guy who sent me to die? There he is.
have you been to Skingrad and seen Count Hasseldor?
Yeah, dude.
Saved you, did he? Well,
He didn't
that's a
save
good
shit.
sign.
He walked out there and threw hands against the
I
Necromancers
must
while I stabbed them to
apologize.
death.
It was never the Council's intention to put you in harm's way.
Yeah, I'm sure. Why didn't you tell me the
Count's
truth?
unique nature is not public knowledge. The Council wishes to keep it that way.
Yeah?
At the time, it was believed that there was no reason to inform you, since it was not crucial to the task you were given.
Uh-huh.
For that reason, I was unable to disclose more about his true identity to you. Clearly,
Options
that
menu.
judgment was in error. I apologize.
Well, I accept your apology, but that was still pretty lame. Why was I sent to Skingrid?
Archmage Travin feared that sending a high-ranking official with the guild might draw too much attention and provoke a reaction from the Count.
Why?
We were also concerned that it might drive any necromancers in the area underground, making them more difficult to root out.
Bro, three of them ganged up on me. Somebody being a high-ranking mage wouldn't change shit.
We simply wanted to survey the situation in Skingrad. Our relationship with Hasseldor is tenuous at best.
Yeah? Is that so? I wonder why.
The Council has agreed to keep his nature a secret, and in exchange, he occasionally provides us with useful information.
Good lord, you know this would be solved so much more if you just, talked to him and treated him like another person or a business associate rather than sending some fucking 3-year-old guy to walk out and waddle into the field while he gets slaughtered in Count Hasseldor's backyard, and then he has to clean up the mess after you.
As a vampire, the Count has few allies he can trust.
Dude, no shit.
He has disguised his nature from most, but cannot hide it from the Council of Mages, so he approached us with an accord.
Uh-huh.
As you have seen, that agreement is under a great deal of strain lately.
I
The Count
wonder
does not
why.
agree with certain policies the Guild has established. It's not quite that simple. Hasseldor is powerful, to be sure, but the Council does not consider him to be a threat.
Okay.
After all, he has ruled over Skingrad for quite some time, without incident.
Yeah, that's fair. So you no longer trust him.
We feared Hasseldor may have been involved with the Necromancers. Thanks to your involvement, it would seem that he is not.
Dude, no shit.
At least, not for the moment. We will continue to monitor the situation, but I assure you, we will make no further attempts to mislead you.
You remember how I was talking about that it really makes sense as to why he doesn't trust you or the Mages Guild? How you're talking about how you have to monitor him and also don't trust him in turn. I get the idea that there is a reason that this tenuous situation is happening between you and him.
You have done your job admirably, and I thank you for it.
You're an idiot. Promote me.
Your services to the Guild have not gone unnoticed. As of this moment, you have gained the rank of Evoker.
Sorry, I went full snark because I really hate this bureaucratic bullshit with people who basically abuse their power by being stupid.
Along with your new rank, please take this amulet. May it help keep you safe in times of danger.
It's like the moment paperwork and bureaucracy get involved, everybody's brain
Are you
cells
ready
just
for it?
depart
If
for
not,
the
I
stars,
understand.
vanishing
Things
into the
play a
great
bit
cosmos and the beyond to never be seen again. Yeah, sure.
Very well. There's a research project going on at one of the Aliad ruin sites on the eastern side of the province.
Uh-huh.
Irlav Jarol is in charge of the project and is apparently in need of some help.
I'm
I
sure.
thought you might need a break after the things you've been exposed to lately. You can find Irlav in the Archmage's Tower.
My man's literally just like, oh yeah, like, we think you need a break, so we're sending you on another job. This really is bureaucracy. It's like a fucking company.
Speak with only quality good. Irlav should be waiting for you.
Like, my dude. Oh, so we heard you took PTO. We're gonna deny that. Literally like an hour before you take your PTO. And you need to be in,
Goodbye. You're about Vatican, are you?
Yeah.
It's a damn shame. I haven't been giving the project the attention it deserves.
Okay, what's got you busy?
The last report I received from Scaleel indicated there was some sort of problem, a blocked passage or something that they couldn't get past.
Bring dynamite.
I'd investigate it further, but I'm needed here with the council.
Yeah?
Romanus says you've got a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah, because I do his lackey work.
Look into it for me, will you? You can find Scaleel at the site. Access is restricted, so you'll need this key.
Man, the Mages Guild is filled with bureaucratic ignorance. These people would have a hard time tying their own shoes if they didn't have a piece of paper telling them how to do it.
Oh, very much so.
Alright, so we gotta trek across the whole freaking county. Cool.
Ah,
Still annoys me, it's like, oh yeah, we think you need a break, so we're gonna send you cross state. And that's gonna be your vacation.
Let's see. Am I gonna have to use a legacy drop down just to make this work?
Oh, well, sorry. Whenever I get around the Mages Guild people, I get a little bit snarky. I'll try to tone that down a little bit the next time I see these idiots. But the logic, it just does not exist with these people. They're like, oh, well, you know, the vampire count, like, you know, he could be working with the Necromancers. He could be a problem, right? He's not. He never has been. They're just being jerks about it. Why? I don't know. They just feel like, you know, they have to push the envelope, I guess. It's a bit dumb, in my opinion. Oh, go ahead, James.
I was just laughing at him.
Oh. Laughing at him, huh? You making fun of me?
Oh, not you.
Who you calling Pinhead? But yeah, we're finally at the point where Enchanted Gear's on the docket because we can fix it now. We can use our repair hammers to fix stuff. Mud crabs. Awful creatures. But it's nice to dig into it again. Making our way out to a research project, thanks to the Mages Guild. That's our vacation, according to them. They can't figure out how to go through some sort of passageway, which I'm assuming they didn't try explosives because, you know, this wouldn't be a problem if they just blew it up.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Piggy. Oh, but like ancient, you know, stuff and whatever. Well, sometimes you just gotta brute force it. Can't sit around and wait on paperwork to come in if shit's in the way. Gonna try to boost our alchemy a little bit. Oh boy. Oh, those are both shamans. And they summon. Okay. Okay, that's just great. Let's deal with this. That's one down. Looks like he has a short sword. Come on, dude, just fall over. Alright, legit.
Alrighty, awesome.
Oh, did you get the thing to work?
I
That's
now have
not
a drop-down menu for getting screen sizes and resolutions.
So how do the drop downs work? Is it like a modal?
So it's a UI feature built in that you have to go grab and pull into the system.
Gotcha.
But with all the presets there, all you're doing is really just doing coding for it, essentially.
Okay, okay.
And then if you want to change the UI for it, you'll have to go in and do that yourself. But
Gotcha.
I can do that when I care.
That's fair.
Use all the placeholders until I actually get a game that works.
So what's your concept for this? You just doing practice?
Right now, yeah, I'm just borrowing off of Vampire Survivor and using that as a base model and seeing if I can actually recreate it, essentially. If I can do that, then I'll be good to start working on something I actually want to work on.
What do you want to work on?
No idea, but something.
Something. Okay. I mean, that's kind of like where I'm at, because I have a idea for a web application at some point. I want to build out something more like a creator-focused version of like Twitch and YouTube mixed together. Obviously, like, I need more information than that, but it is something to work on in the future.
Oh yes.
But yeah, to those in chat, glad to have you around. I did see we had a couple people join in. They hopped off. That's fine. People got their places to be. Not to mention I'm going to be streaming for like another 3 hours, so...
Plenty of time to come and go.
Yeah, definitely. The hope is that we can push into affiliate sooner than later. Last stream actually got us to the chatter box. So we... Oh wait. No, we need to get... We're close. We're close. We need to get the three average viewers. Which shouldn't be too hard, I hope. Just gotta keep streaming, right?
Yep.
How you doing? Alright. Do you know if they can take away affiliate status if you just don't perform particularly well?
I would assume they can. I'm not sure what the time frame is though.
Okay. That would suck. But yeah, the hope with the stream is that like we can kind of put together a team of dudes who stream amongst our group of friends. We can all guest on the stream, whatnot, whenever things are going on. I still need CJ to tell me what his schedule will be because I'd love to hop into his shit, just watch him. It's been a while since I've seen seen MapleStory content, and he's kind of the only person really that I'd be interested in watching for that.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we found that place. Elven words. They're kind of like Dwarven words, but fancier. They're still both impronounceable. Alright, let's save really quick. Alright. Now we push in. Anything nice? Vulcan stones, that's nice. Guess nobody's upset with me just taking probably excavated equipment, so... Oh my gosh, I am not doing well right now. Focus, Pat. There we go. Mort flesh. I just took somebody's body part. Seems legit. Do I have the magic to handle this? I don't think I do. I know what's up ahead. I just forget the order. Hello.
You have business here? Don't tell me Jarl sent you.
Yeah, he did.
Erlive sent you, did he? Figures.
What's upset you?
He can't be
I need to
bothered
grab
to
the
come check on his
script.
own project,
Okay.
so he sends someone who knows nothing about it. And this is supposed to help?
It seems like I'm not the only one who has problems with the Mages Guild right now.
I think everybody does to some degree, it seems.
It's a nightmare. Man. Yeah, the logic
No
doesn't
offense
work.
to you, friend. It's not your fault. And perhaps you can help.
Yeah?
If you can figure out how to use the pillar, I'd be thrilled. You're welcome to try your hand at it.
Okay. Pillar?
That's what we're calling it, only because we don't know what it really is, or was.
Probably a lock.
It's magical, we know that much. Enchanted somehow. We think it's a lock of some sort, but haven't been able to figure out how it works. All I can say for sure is that it reacts to magic, badly most of the time. Several mages were hurt attempting to cast spells at it.
Yeah?
It's at the bottom of the ruins, if you wish to try your luck. Be careful, though. It could be quite hazardous to your health.
Yeah, no shit.
Best to play it safe. No complex magic. Stick to basic spells with single effects. It's not worth taking unnecessary risks.
Okay, then. Do you have a book I could borrow or something? like, some information about it, rather than just you telling me, like, good luck, have fun. Well, let's just steal her shit, I guess. Man, they got these people sleeping out here in bedrolls and stuff. The guild is not taking care of them. That's really not good.
Definitely not.
Sounds like they're kind of screwing these guys. The funny thing is she said that I know nothing about the stone. I know what it is. I know that it likes, I forget the order, but it's like there's fire, frost, heal magic, and damage magic are kind of like the effects you want.
Sent you in to try your hand at the thing,
Restoration.
So tell me about this pillar, buddy.
Leal told you. We know that it reacts to magic, but every time we've tried, the thing shocks whomever casts the spell.
Yeah.
It hasn't been fatal for anyone yet, but we stopped trying after the first few attempts. I can tell you, it really hurts.
Okay.
The only thing we haven't figured out is the markings. You see them on the walls? They must relate to the pillar, but I don't know how. If we had some sort of reference, something to compare them to, we might be able to decipher them. But we lack anything like that.
Okay.
Skaliel might have a book that would be useful, but she's been sulking over the way Erlov's been treating her. Perhaps you could ask her for it.
So you're happy with the bureaucratic black hole that you're currently moored within? Yeah, okay, let's go talk to her and see if she has something nice. Maybe it'll illuminate what we're trying to do. She's just gonna be like, oh, you want the book, you can go shock yourself.
If
Yeah.
there's anything about Vatican you need explained, let me know. I'll help if I can.
I guess my presence kind of made her a little bit more happy, but tell me about an Iliad reference.
I don't know why Dental is even trying. This is doomed to fail.
Never mind, she is very much so in a black hole.
But fine. If he wants it, he can have it. It's just one more thing I'll get blamed for in the end.
Good lord, lady, chill.
What a waste of my talents.
So
Okay.
Crazy people here, yeah.
So, I guess, okay, maybe she's about as wits end at me as I am. That's fair.
Be careful.
No. Right, I have the reference. So let's go over that, yeah. Iliad reference text. Transcribed, interpreted over many long years, and preserved here for all time. And you just gave me the book. I don't think that's a good choice. From fire, life, from light, magic. Where lore is your armor. Wisdom lured by pain is a reliable guide in dark times. Literally, terrible wisdom never betrayed the lore masters. Blessed and blessed be. Covers the lore, ugly and obscure, shines the gold of truth. This seems dumb. Alright. Av Malag, and I can't read that. From fire, life, from light, magic. Okay. Av Mafri Nageya. This seems incomplete. I'm sure there's some context clues. Magica Loria. Magica Sila.
Be careful in here.
I guess I'm just supposed to figure it out.
Trial and error?
Yeah, something like
boy.
that. Let's see if we can't find... I'm wondering if it's like a one-to-one translation. Av Malag Animus. So let's see. Av Malag. So I'm guessing any Yamas means life. Oh, this is a bit annoying. Hold on. Avmalag and Yamas. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. We need to look at the other one. Magic Sila. Magica Loria. Avmafri Najea. Now, do we have a Mafri in this text? Mafri. Mafri. No, this seems very incomplete. Right. So I have half of it. Let's see if we can't get a little more info. Mayhaps.
What can I do? You got the book, eh? I'll tell you what. I'll take the book, and then if you can read me the inscription.
Oh, well, there we go, I guess.
Don't you think?
Okay, let's read all of the inscriptions and have him tell us, I suppose. And here I was trying to figure out myself. Alright, well I guess the game's gonna hold my hand a little bit. Hello.
What do you...
Why are you mad at me?
Go ahead.
You didn't do shit. Anger. Meh. Happy. Okay.
Don't. Please, I'm sorry.
About what? Being a
Not
loser?
now. Don't. Please.
Okay.
I accept.
He likes
Have
us
no
now. Translation.
Okay. What do you need
Animus.
According to this, it translates to from fire, life.
Fire.
Mafre seems to translate to frost.
Fire,
It
frost.
means Magica shines. And taken in context with the other inscription about Magica. If we assume it means Magica waxes, then a spell increases.
Okay.
It means Magica darkens. Considering the other inscription, perhaps a spell.
So, okay. Fire, ice, waxes, wanes. Let's try that.
This is kind of.
Fire, ice. Okay. Think we have all the thingies. So let's see the scrolls. Kind of really only have one chance with this. Flare. Okay, that worked. Ice. Waxes. Nope. Cool. So, can I get more? That ain't good.
Good day.
Can you refill the chest?
This is kind of exciting, don't you think?
Maybe if I wait a day, it'll refill. Let's try that. Because if not, then I might just fast travel to the Imperial Mages Guild and make the spells. Because I'm pretty sure I have a Fortify Magicka and a Damage Magicka spell. If not, then I can go buy some, I guess. Ugh. I forgot how inept the Mages Guild was. I guess that's why in Skyrim they are really shown as inept. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Sit back. Nope. Alright, let's make our way to the Imperial City, I guess. Let's see, do I have a Fortify Magicka? Yes, we need a Damage Magicka now. Do I have a damage magicka spell? I'm not seeing it. Okay, so we have fire, ice. I started with fortify magicka the last time, so we need wanes then waxes.
Oh boy.
Yay, puzzle solving, except one of the pieces of the puzzle they just said go fuck yourself to. Alright, let's make our way over to the Imperial Mages Guild, see if we can't get a hold of the spells for this. I'm just gonna make, like, a shitty spell, to be completely honest. Alright.
Okay, I think I have figured it out. Woo. I've got the main menu loading correctly, so now I can actually work on the game part of it.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, bro.
And I can also probably import some of this stuff over to use as an options menu from inside the game too.
Okay. How are you handling, files and whatnot?
Right now it's all handling itself. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm telling it where to handle it.
Okay, so you haven't done any pathing yet?
Yeah, nothing yet.
I think something bit me on the top of my hand.
Got a mosquito in there?
Might be a mosquito. Is Chironasium where I make magic? I think that's enchantment. Enchantment.
Greetings, guildmate.
Enchanting, more enchanting. Yep, that's the enchantment place. Let's make our way over to the place to make a magic. Practice rooms.
I also find it funny my mother's made it further in that game than I have.
Oblivion?
No. Well, actually, probably. I think she played through it a bit more than I did.
Which game?
Well met, guildmate.
Oblivion.
Oh. Well, I mean, like, that game that you mentioned before.
It was Dragon. Ooh. It was gosh, it was one of the Dragon games. It's not Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon Age?
I think so. Because I think it had Dragon Age 2 or something like that.
Guildmate.
Wait.
Maurician.
Oh.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you?
Alrighty.
Well, he can make me... Okay, that's something to keep in mind later.
Have a
Oh,
look at
right.
my wares.
Okay, let's just make some shitty magic, I guess. Let's do... Fortify... Can I not use Fortify Magicka? Hold on a minute. Oh, I need a higher restoration skill. Of course I do. Alright, boys, you know what that means. We're about to grind. What's my restoration at? 44? Alright. Let's get to it. This is how it is, though. This is what happens. So effectively, we just gotta grind out our restoration skill until we can cast Fortify Magicka. Oh boy.
Well met, guildmate.
What have you been up to?
I saw a mud crab a couple of days ago.
You saw a mud crab. Can you shut up?
Master, have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Mud crab. Well met.
He's
What
a
have you
weird
been up
guy.
to?
Cool magic. Weird guy.
You too.
Yep, you too. Honestly, like, this is kind of one of the things that sucks, is you end up literally having to just grind out some of your magic to get there because it takes so much just spam in order to max everything out. I have Restore Magicka potions. I don't need to wait. Probably make more if I want. We just got to get our thingy maxed. Alright, where's my Restore Magicka potions? Let's get that.
Hello, Invoker.
Hello. You'd think this would be easier.
Oh yes. Sooty layer background.
I like restoration in this game because it does give all like the fortify magic. In Skyrim, they kind of did away with the fortify effect, which kind of sucks.
Thing.
But yeah, how are you guys doing in chat? Hope it's been a pretty chill evening for you guys. Unfortunately, we'll probably be at this for a little while. This is just how it goes, though, unfortunately.
Well met, guildmate.
You literally walked around in a circle and walked back to me to say hi again. Am I in high school again? Oh, is he gonna do it again? No, he didn't.
Greetings, apprentice.
Good to see
Wait, that guy's an apprentice?
You've been reading?
Dude had more potent magic than I do.
Get through Mysterious Aquifer. It's a fairly interesting read.
I do actually like some of the books in this game, though most of them are very strange.
Bye.
Oh my god. Drink, drink. Chugging potions, casting magic. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm kind of curious how close we are to leveling. We're pretty close. So doing this might actually get us to level 20, which is, I think, one of the breakpoints. Might be worth going to fight Umbra. Because the sword she has is actually pretty good. Tis one of the unfortunate things. Eventually, actually, should I just make a blanket fortify spell? It's kind of tempting. I didn't mean to use that potion. Whatever. So yeah, I mowed the lawn today, made dinner. I made I made a thing called spaghetti squash. It's basically one of those big old buttermilk squashes, and you bake it in the oven for like 50 minutes at like 375. And it comes out pretty soft, and all you gotta do is just take a fork to like the flesh on the inside, and it basically comes out like spaghetti.
It's interesting.
I used a vodka red sauce on it, and I made some ground beef to put into that sauce. It was pretty good. Definitely very good.
I just made some tomato soup.
Oh? That's
Nothing fancy.
nothing fancy. At some point I need to make homemade tomato soup.
Key trick to it is just using a whisk instead of a spoon to stir.
Oh yeah?
And
How
a
do you-
little bit of cream.
Like, do you have to like do you have to use like a food processor to blend up the tomatoes?
Oh, I haven't done that fancy. I just use a can so far.
Oh, gotcha. I want to do it at some point.
I'd imagine though, like if you actually wanted to take the time, you could do that.
Yeah.
Although you'd probably want to dry them out a little bit before that, but I'm not sure.
I have no idea. I imagine it's like milk and cream or whatever as like the base.
Oh yeah. Milk, cream, or I did a half and a half to keep it cheap.
Okay, I feel you on that.
And then just spice it up with a little tiny
Hello,
hint of
guildmate.
cinnamon.
Tiny bit of cinnamon. I could see that. I like salt too much.
I do a tiny bit of cinnamon, a little bit of basil, and then a little bit of red pepper as well.
Gotcha.
Give it a spice, give it a bitter, and give it
Hello,
something sweet.
guildmate.
I think I'm gonna make a veggie stew tomorrow for lunch, honestly. It's kind of what I'm feeling at the moment. Like, we have a whole bunch of veggies in the house. Like, we have celery, we have tomatoes, we have potato. But I'm like wondering with myself if I simmer it in milk or if I just do like water and add like a whole bunch of spices to it. Granted, It wouldn't be a bad idea to break an egg into the water, give it a little bit more of a buttery taste.
Oh yeah.
Maybe stew would be a good idea. What else would be a good idea for
Greetings,
lunch
Deeprock.
tomorrow? I can't eat carbs right now. Which is pretty unfortunate, but that's the way it is, I suppose. Bop. Bop, bop. Eventually, we won't need to worry too much about getting perfect stats for leveling up, because we'll have everything maxed out before we have to.
Greetings, guildmate.
Hello. Actually, what's the cost? I bet the cost of this. Yeah, it's gone down by like 9 points. So that's the thing about the magic skills in this game is it's pretty substantial how much the magicka cost goes down as you level up your skills.
Fantastic. Thanks
Oh
for
yeah?
asking.
Yeah.
Good.
Very nice if you're trying to actually cast the magic. It's awful for casting because I'm pretty sure that the magicka cost is directly proportional to how much EXP is earned.
Guildmate.
So the better you get at something, the less EXP you get at it too.
Effectively.
Well met, guildmate.
Well met, guildmate. Oh, well, hello there. Gaspar Stagine. I don't know, he has a weird name. Wonder if Doom will show up tonight.
Hello, Evoker.
Well, I'm gonna see. Let's see if Doom's around. Doesn't look like it. Though we might have VG in later. VG's always a hoot.
Hello, guildmate.
A bit of a wild card.
Hello, guild.
Definitely a wild card.
No, more predictable wild cards, I guess, than others.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello, wizard.
If you want luxury,
But he's predictably wild.
He is predictably random.
Probably the finest inn in all of Cyrodiil.
That's all he does.
Take care. Hello, guildmate.
hello, Evoker.
Hi. Yeah, they're both looking at me. Can you go away? I'm just gonna stand over here. Don't mind me.
They're watching you work out, man.
Yeah. They're watching me work my magic. Oh, that warrants the silence, I think.
Ha, nerd.
Ah, nerd. Honestly, though, this is one of the things that sucks about grinding out skills is you just literally have to sit there and spam it until you get it up there. I mean, I guess it's one of those things. So you can actually notice too, if you pay attention to my fatigue bar at the bottom left, it moves ever so slightly every time you cast a spell. Casting magic actually does take fatigue. Very minuscule, but it does. I can only imagine. Oh, go ahead.
You have to like squeeze your fists together, so you're doing something.
Oh yeah, I'm like squeezing my hand.
That's why it takes like 0.1 of a fatigue.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Versus running. Running for some reason doesn't really tire me out. I wish I had that stamina. That would be sick as hell. Just not getting tired from doing dead runs and shit. But I guess
Yes.
like that's gonna be stage 2 after I finish eating or changing my diet really. The goal is 40 pounds, at least for the moment. I'd like to drop down to 210. Once I hit 210, I'm gonna start really kind of just focusing on doing a lot of cardio rather than weightlifting, and push a little bit further in that direction.
If I remember correctly, Oblivion and Skyrim don't have a carry weight, right?
Both of them have carry weight, yeah.
There is carry weight. Okay.
Yeah.
How much does it affect you in Oblivion?
So if you're getting over encumbered in Oblivion, it straight up just stops you. You can't fast travel, you can't do anything. You are stuck there until you drop whatever, you know, is over encumbering you.
So up till that point, though, it's not really slowing you down.
It might be a placebo, but it feels like it slows me down.
And how do you increase your carry weight? It's just strength?
Leveling up strength, yeah. And there's feather enchantments, which gives you a larger inventory space. It's pretty nice, actually. The thing about magic in Oblivion is it's kind of like, you do magic for convenience. Pretty much everything magic related in Oblivion is, like, convenient, more so than actually, like, effective. Destruction falls off super hard, unless you're cheesing. But that requires a little bit of game know-how. In particular, like, late game magic basically boils down to you do an AoE effect that applies weakness to a certain magic type in a big ol' radius, and then you cast a big ol' radius explosion magic that does that particular damage type.
Yeah.
It's not really hard to do, it's just a bit tedious.
You have to get there.
Yeah. And leveling up destruction magic isn't exactly the easiest. There is a couple spam methods to do it, but that takes quite a bit of time. One of the methods is literally just building a disintegrate spell and then damaging your armor with that disintegrate spell, and that kind of helps you speed level smithing a bit. The other method is casting a weakness to a particular magic type on yourself over and over again. What you're seeing right now is one of the methods for leveling up Restoration. That's by doing a Fortify enchantment. The unfortunate thing about Restoration is that for some reason they made it really hard to level up Restoration by base. I don't know why. I don't know who thought it was a good idea. But it was dumb. It was very dumb. Either way, this is kind of just the heads and tails of it. You basically are just stuck there casting magic until you get the levels, really. But I'm sure you can see, imagine me having to level up my magic just through normal gameplay like this. With how much I've had to cast. Like, do you think that there's any chance that I would get this higher level through just normal gameplay?
Maybe if you're doing it for every single encounter you ever did.
Even then. Like, I'm literally just spamming. Like, honestly.
I feel like they probably could have done a better job on the leveling up system for magic, at least. Well, a few different things, I should say.
You'd think there's an easier way, but realistically, this is kind of the way you do it. The last time I played Oblivion on stream, I actually ended up doing a lot of this grinding offline. Or off-stream. Just because, let's be honest, it's boring to watch this. Alright, there we go, we're journeymen. We should probably level up Mysticism at some point. But we did all of that, so we have access to the Fortify Magic spell. And we did all that just so that we could do this, where we go to the Fortify Magicka and just do whatever. We don't want touch, we want Fortify Magicka, target, we build, let's call it, weak Magicka Fortification. So one of the cool things about this game is you can actually make your own magic.
It is rare to find that in any games past the older ones.
Yeah. Speaking of older games, at some point I need to stream Wizardry 8. I'm not even sure if that's like an option in the stream menu.
I mean, it's an executable, so maybe.
Well, I mean, like, it's like a category for Twitch. I might have to just, like, make it on my own or just set up my own tags, I guess.
Possibly.
Wait a minute, did I not check this way? No. I wonder what is over here.
Get access
Hopefully some
raw.
shinies. Vulcan stone. Interesting. I always found, like, the fact that people can mine, like, magical stones out of the earth to be interesting. I like the idea because it means that the earth itself is charged. There's so much you can do with, like, a magic system like that. I mean, like, even in Orbis, like, there are certain places of power in which there's a large collection of just naturally charged magical gems and whatnot growing within the earth below.
Yeah.
Be careful in there. Let's see. We're gonna do Flare. Where's Flare at? Sure. Oh, skill level's too low. Flare. Followed by Cold Touch, I guess? Maybe? Is there, like, Frost Touch? I don't have the skill for it. Do I really need to grind out? Well, that ain't good. Oh, cool, we got Snowball. Snowball. Alright, now we try the Scroll. Sever Magicka. So it's a touch spell, by the way. And I just casted it right at the air. So now we gotta walk our happy asses out and try and find ourselves... What's the Destruction Magic Guild? Brain. Destruction Magic, I think that's Anvil? We just need a damage magicka effect. That's really all we need. Even if it's weak. Actually, while we're there, we might as well legitimately just train the spell. Anvil mate? No, it's Skingrid. Skingrid is the destruction school place. Let's charge my phone while we're here. Alright, let's save up. Yeah, I am definitely hoping that this takes off. I would love to have people around to chat with just whenever. It would be lots of fun to me. Oh, chemical. You have a mage's sign up there, my dudes. But I don't know. What do you think, James? Should I grind my stats off stream, or should I have everybody actually see it?
I would say if you're gonna do grinding, probably be something better off stream, but
Okay.
All right.
I don't know, maybe somebody would enjoy watching it just to talk with you.
Perhaps, yeah.
My life is drab and wretched, but you're wasting
Lady
your
is
breath.
weird.
What nonsense. That's just... I see.
Okay,
Have a look
disposition
around.
maxed for the moment. Oh, dude, she has better... Okay. I like her. Never mind, I take back what I said. Expert Retort. Journeyman Calcinator. And Apprentice Mortar and Pestle. So that replaces some of our shit. We don't need the Novice Calcinator, or the Mortar, or the Retort.
Excellent, Bob.
So if we can get a hold of a full set of expert stuff, that would be great. Tell your friends
Have a look
about
at
me.
my way.
Yep.
You
So
too.
this literally is just a potion shop. Well, that's a shame. But hey, we got better equipment. It's kind of what I've been wanting for a while. Hey, man.
Good day.
What's up?
For you,
Okay,
of
you
course,
really like
there's
me.
much I can show
Oh,
you.
you treat mysticism.
Only quality goods for sale here. What
That's
can I interest
not really what I want.
Take care.
I feel like we're
I
gonna
hope
end up
I can-
spending some money.
Take your time.
Yeah.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Damage, health, sever magicka. Well, we need that.
Knowledge is...
Teach conjuration.
Aye.
I need a teacher for destruction magic.
Well met.
Do you teach
May I
destruction
interest
magic?
you in some of my fine wares?
No, she does not.
You too.
There's got to be someone here who
Well
teaches
met.
destruction magic,
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
or at least has a type of magic that isn't so high rank.
Good day.
Good day. So there is a method in which we can train destruction that is also very cheesy. Yeah. So it involves us taking one of the DLC houses. There is a person inside of that DLC house whose entire purpose is to just be a blood bag for you if you're a vampire.
Well met.
And they're an essential NPC, and they're always sleeping and they never attack you. You don't get in trouble if you attack them.
Hello, Evoker.
Interesting.
It's actually a good
It's
way
my
to level
pleasure.
up pretty much everything.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices.
So you can literally attack them over and over again.
Yeah,
As
So-
long as nobody else sees you, I guess.
it's basically the best way to get your combat skills maxed out. The issue therein lies, however, do I go get that? Which I'm kind of feeling it. Let's see. So we'll go back to that later. For now, let's go ahead and unlock that. It is not Dunvara Cove, it's Deep Scorn Hollow. So we automatically get a teleport there. Yep, I've arrived into Deep Scorn. So what is our destruction at currently? We're at 13. That is not good. So we're definitely going to need to push our ability with destruction. We just need 25 destruction, we should be solid. Free slaughterfish scales. So this place is actually really nice. Because it has a giant poison garden when you buy it out. I might actually just max this place out, to be completely honest.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. CJ, you might actually like this place, because it is literally like a Dark Brotherhood vampire, like, hidden lair. And you can do whatever you want in it. You get your own poison garden. There's a coffin for you to sleep in. Alright, let's go.
Just watching.
I think he is. I can't tell. I'm pretty sure he is. He told me he'd be watching. Let's see. Where is the thingy? Let's see. Can I see current users? No, that's not what I wanted. Let's pull out the chat, yeah? No, I can't tell. It's fine. I don't really mind all too much. If it is another person though, that'd be pretty cool. I'm probably gonna have to use the restroom here soon. I don't know. Hey, spooky weird guy.
You need something.
Yeah, I need
This
something
better be
special.
good.
It will be good, promise you. Okay.
Don't make me laugh.
I will make you laugh.
Don't make me laugh.
What did I just say?
Oh no. That's really funny. You're a
You're a
wasting
big,
your breath.
fat liar.
walk always in the shadow of cities. You need something.
Yeah, that's not
got a
really the
lot
thing
to
you
learn.
want to just say.
What can I interest you in?
You can interest me in whatever shit you got. So let's try and sell to make a little bit of money.
You got a great
Oh,
deal there.
wow. That amulet's actually bonkers. Spell absorption 18 points? Yeah, that's bonkers. Hello!
What do you people think you're doing in here?
Did you just join my stream?
Good
Not as
price
yet.
for a good customer.
Okay.
That's
He's a streaming.
James
Now
is
I-
programming. But right now I am effectively buying out a secret underground cavern for vampires.
I wouldn't make that deal
The
with just
correct choice in
anybody.
Skyrim.
Is it?
I mean, it's better than Werewolf.
Is it?
Werewolf's kind of ass.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
really bad.
You're not exactly wrong there.
Meanwhile, if you go Vampire Lord, you are
Fine.
literally unkillable.
So honestly, like, that's definitely a thing that I mod the shit out of the game with to make it better. Like, some of the mods for Werewolf is actually really cool. Alright, so I don't have enough money to buy everything, but yeah, man, how you doing tonight?
It worked.
Oh, is that?
It was work.
It was in fact work, I see.
I got done like a half hour early, and it's like, well, I have nothing to do now, so I just started walking around the store and shopping.
That's fair. So we're gonna kind of cheese to make a little bit of money here. So we have access to the Mages Guild now, which means we have access to the giant garden in their backyard. And we're a master alchemist.
But that's stealing!
It's not. It's not stealing. It's just clever use of our resources. It's free money. That's what it is. It's free money. Because we are
Does
actually...
money have a price?
Does money have a price? I guess by technicality, money is priced at however we price it. So if we feel like it's a certain cost, then that's what we have it as. Because realistically, money is a human construct. Flower.
Money can be exchanged for goods and services.
Yes, you are indeed correct. That is the point of money.
That is money.
That is money. Damn it, I wish Matt were here. We could have our, like, devolution talks with one another. Where we just kind of start speaking nonsense or making noises at each other until we stop.
You ever be playing a game and then you have a moment that makes you stop and go, wait a minute.
That happens a lot with this game.
I was playing the Old Republic earlier and it's like, do you want me to silence this guy? And he's like, no. Him dying would lead to far too many questions. We can't allow that to happen. It would put us in jeopardy. I just merely want you to offer him this coffer. If he takes the money, well, all's fair. If he doesn't, kill him.
Wait,
Yeah, I was like, wait.
the logic doesn't work out there. I guess that's why the Sith lost. To be fair though, dude, like the Mages Guild in this game, like it really makes me feel like that. So, you know Count Hasseldor, the Duke of Skingrid, who's like a vampire and shit?
Sure.
So, effectively, I was explained by the guild that I needed to go talk to him to get a book or something. Well, that was bullshit. I walked all the way out to Skingrid and found out that realistically they sent me there to check up on him for whatever reason without really telling me anything. I get there and I meet up with a person inside of his court, and the person inside of the court is just like, "Oh yeah, bro, we need you to go out to the middle of the wilderness at 2 a.m. And because I'm in an Elder Scrolls game, I couldn't look at him and go, dude, that seems sketchy as fuck. So I walked my happy ass out into the middle of nowhere at 2 a.m. Turns out that guy was a Necromancer. So the Count walks up and starts throwing hands with Necromancers while I'm just kind of sitting there gawping like a dumbass. And my summon kills everything. And then he was just like, He was just like, oh, so you don't even know why you're here. And I'm like, yeah, no, nobody told me shit. And he's just like, yeah, and the guild wonders why, like, our relationship's tenuous. And I'm just like, okay, like, that's drama. I'm not a part of that shit. He was like, go back and tell them I'm not working for the Necromancers. So I go back and tell them that. He's like, well, we're sorry about not, you know, informing you. Hey, at least you're alive. And I'm just like, mm-hmm.
Went to him for a book. That was the original purpose. Did you ever get a book?
No, I never got a book. It was a fucking red herring, the whole goddamn thing. I feel like I told that story very snarky. I don't really.
I love any of those situations in Skyrim, because I just look at it and it's like, okay, you do realize who I am, right?
Just yell at them and they fall over.
It's like, oh, you know, just come here. He's going to, you know, give you the secrets that he's threatening to blackmail us with us. You just gotta give him the gold and it'll be fine. And it's like, first of all, he's gonna ambush whoever you send.
Just make sure you go out there alone, because that's his demand. He told us that we should send somebody who knows very little about what's going on. Preferably somebody who's actually incompetent, and also, like, really is afraid of pain.
I want I'm not sure if the reputation mod does it, but I want a mod that'll, like, make people be like, they see you and then they're like, oh shit, that's the Dragonborn.
That would be cool, rather than a guard, like, looking at you and being like, oh, maybe I'm the Dragonborn.
Yeah. Like, bandits stop you on a road and they're like, hand over your money or... Wait,
fuck.
I know you. Go on, friend.
I would love it to have a bandit just look at you and be like, nah, I choose life.
No, I choose life. Joke's on you, buckaroo. You're not the one making that choice.
Get fucked.jpg. That's just spectacular, isn't it?
That'd be really fun. I'd like a mod like that.
Oh god. And here I am just chugging out potions at this point. So a reason why I'm doing this is literally just to stack up my pocketbook.
You're gonna make as much potions as you can, get all of them, and then just sell them.
Pretty much. I'm gonna be heading out to the market district and just, you know, making some cash.
Making some
cash. So, the funny thing about this is, when you do get the maxed out alchemy equipment, the potions you make become very, what's the best way to put it? Game breaking?
Skyrim.
Yeah.
I play Skyrim, I would know.
So if I remember right, the healing potions that you can make when you have all your shit maxed out is literally like 20 HP per second healing.
That's a lot.
And I don't think your HP can get above like 1,000. And I'm jacking up my endurance. I actually have endurance max. Let me look at my HP. Yeah, my endurance is maxed. I have 343 HP. Now, granted, it will go up with level, because that's how the scaling works. Oblivion actually handles stats very much like D&D and Pathfinder. So if you have a higher endurance / constitution, you earn more healing per level. The difference is, however, in D&D and Pathfinder, it's retroactive if you increase your health or your constitution later. It's not in Oblivion. So if you just decide later, oh, well, let me level up my endurance, it'll give you a boost to HP, but it won't retroactively apply the HP gains through all the levels you got.
So it's better to do it earlier than, yeah.
Yeah, earlier the better. So, I want you to tell me if you think I'm a mage. Looking at my stats.
If I think you're a mage.
Yeah, if you think I'm a mage. What do you think?
I'd say no.
So let me show you what my skills are. I am absolutely a mage. Can you guess what's gonna suck for me to level up later? All of my magic skills.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Where the hell am I?
Where the hell is you?
Where the hell is me? Oh yeah, it's been pretty chill today, I'd say. After I finish up, actually, is there any games you two would want to play?
Well, James.
I'm gonna be busy a little bit longer, so if y'all want to hop on something, I might join a little bit later.
I'm gonna be working on this a little bit longer personally, but I do want to hear like what's on the docket, you know.
Well, there's the three of us, so there's Insurgency, Vermintide,
By the way, I have to break into the shop in order to use it, so that's what we're doing right now.
You have to break into the shop?
Yeah. It's because it's a bug.
Can't you just, like, open the command console, click on the door, and just type in unlock?
Go ahead.
VG,
Go
we're
ahead.
not cheating.
Go ahead.
I mean, the game bugs, so it's an interaction that's not supposed to happen anyway, so there's no reason not to.
You think that's funny?
So the logic is sound, but I want to avoid it as much as I can if I can. And I could there. You know what I mean?
That's
As much as you can, if you can.
Yeah.
I salute you.
Let's start a new Skyrim game, because I'm watching you and it's making me want to start a new Skyrim game.
Some scrim. How do you feel about Deeprock, James? James?
You'll have to catch me up to speed on that one. Haven't played it in forever.
It's not much to catch up, to be honest.
You hit rock with thing and shoot bug.
He's got the gist of it.
You hit rock with bug and shoot thing.
What? I don't think that's how that works. VG, you're confusing me. Confusing.
When am I not confusing you, though?
Hello again.
That's fair.
So?
This is like the most posh voice actor I've ever heard. So?
Yes, yes, whatever. Good one.
I speak the Queen's British.
Not bad, not bad.
By Sigma, the Empire, and the giant horned rat.
Hold on.
That's supposed to be a compliment.
Something doesn't seem right here.
You're full of it. Yes, yes, whatever you. Sure, that's cute.
But to those in chat, like, feel free to chat if you guys want to. I'm just chilling. I'm sure everyone here would enjoy having some fun in chat as well. I do have some chat commands, so like if you want, you can type in. You can actually type in !skills. It'll show you all the little things that you can buy with, like, you know, channel points. I have like a small loyalty system set up with Cloudbot. And there's some shenanigans. I'm going to be filling it up later. There are going to be some stuff that I'm going to add to it to make it, you know, some more permanent. Like, one of the things I want to do is set it up to where you can become like a level 20 adventurer.
For you, of course.
And then it'll show your name all week on the stream.
I would have already done a command in your rant there.
Yeah?
But I accidentally let my trigger finger slip while hitting X and enter to delete saves and accidentally loaded one. And now I feel like if I alt-tab, I'm gonna lose control of my computer again.
That might not be good, yeah.
Oh, we've developed to a black screen and I can hear running water.
What are you playing? Skyrim?
Skyrim? Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
Strange Runes Papyrus Extender is out of date. Wonderful. Thanks for telling me that. I desperately needed to know.
Papyrus Extender? Yeah, that ain't good. Because you need that, right? For like everything?
More or less. Quit the main menu.
We're making money off this guy. Like, a lot of money.
Making so much money, you might as well be having money.
Ka-ching.
That's
Loads
good.
of money.
An excellent.
So the unfortunate thing is
That's
I'm
a
really
good
just
deal.
doing all of this in order
You
to get
got-
to the point where I can go into my little vampire lair and punch a man until my skill's higher.
That's goodbye.
Ugh. Oh boy. So let's go back here. So I'm gonna need a lot of money in order to fully furnish out the DLC houses, but lucky for us, we have a method of making very, very,
need
very
something?
large sums of currency, for really little effort.
It's called slash player
Okay,
add item dot
listen,
0f dot
listen, man.
1000.
Listen, like, that's not how we're gonna
can
do
show
it
you
here.
some-
I don't think people want to come to the stream to watch me just, you know,
I mean, that's fair.
I don't know why he's not selling
You need some-
me. Yeah,
Only
I do
quality
need
goods
something.
for sale here. What can I interest you in?
How come you're not selling me the house stuff? I just need one more thingy. Let's wait.
If I had a sister, I'd sell her to you in a heartbeat.
Yikes!
That's what Bellathor says.
Yeah, yeah. But that is also still a yikes.
I mean, he is a Breton.
Listen, man. You can't go insulting me like that. I'm being nice to you. You should be nice to me.
You need some.
You need
Can I
something?
interest you in some of my wares?
Yeah, I do.
You drive a hard
Got
bargain.
these sisters for sale.
Got any sisters for sale? I'm sorry? That
This
doesn't
is
sound
a
good.
moment
Walk
that I
away.
really wish we had like voice recognition in every game.
You know, I want that so bad.
Walk up to Bellathor and be like, "All right, how much for your assistant?"
How much? How much for your assistant? Yeah, that seems fun. I can't imagine that going poorly whatsoever.
How could that go poorly? I mean, come on.
I still want to be able to like walk up to Alduin and be like, haha, Akatosh is better.
Walk up to Aldo and it's like, "Oh, Odaving looks cooler."
Actually, you know what you could do? You know when what's his face gets behind is it Odaving? Who's the guy that you capture inside of
Odaving.
Okay. You could just be like, whenever he's going behind the dragon, you could literally just shout out, "Oh, he's trying to get a silicon mold of your dick."
What are you doing back there, mage? You know, he's just got some silicon in a tub. Don't worry about it.
He's trying to get a good picture of your wiener, bro.
I think canonically they don't have any.
Do they? How does that work?
Because
How
each dragon is handcrafted by Akatosh and given a piece of his soul.
is that really what it is?
That's the lore, yeah.
That seems really inefficient.
It is. But that's what he does. And because they're dragons, it's as if they like if Akatosh made a new one today, to the world would consider them as having always been there.
Oh, right, because time shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's Akatosh. That's things he do.
Phenomenons. Manamanas. Mechaninas.
Shenanigans.
Bananas.
Banana.
I like bananas.
Bitch. Lasagna.
Bitch lasagna. Where the fuck? Oh, right. Maybe it's in my room. So there's like one final thing that you can always buy from these places. I'm just trying to figure out where I do that, because this place is effectively fully furnished. I think I can turn into a vampire right here. Yeah, only a vampire carrying purge blood salts. Where does one get purge blood salts? Okay, that's the way out.
Purge blood.
Yeah. Purge blood salts, bray. Bray, bro. Brewery. There's a skeleton here. And another one. Leowen shield? I guess that was a Leowen guard. So here is the man that we can just effectively abuse. He doesn't mind it. He actually gets off on it.
It's consensual.
It is in fact consensual. So we can kind of train whatever we want here. We can't wake him up, and he's never a witness to anything. We can also bullshit our sneak here too, because he technically counts as a witness. So we can just kind of sneak into a wall next to him and we'll level up our shit. But right now, what we're going to end up doing is shooting fire at him over and over and over again.
Can he not die?
He cannot die. He's essential, you see? Well, let me save, just in case things happen, you know? Behold, this is what it's like to train. Welcome to the height of Oblivion magic training. Isn't this interactive? Isn't this fun and rewarding?
It's that high octane gaming I've heard about.
We are actually leveling up destruction relatively quick doing this, which is very good.
Which is downright funny.
So his health instantly resets when he dies, so we can just keep doing this. Okay, now we gotta wait until, like, he's not ragdolled completely. There we go. So he stays permanently ragdolled too.
Amazing.
And we can kind of just keep doing this. This is how you train magic in Oblivion. You just cheese. This is fine, right? Oh, so this is something interesting. He just lays back down. He doesn't give a flying fuck. The old way of training your destruction was summoning a minion and just blasting it. That was like the old way to do it, so to speak. Alright, we're just gonna wait an hour. But this is the thing that sucks. At some point in Oblivion playthrough, you do just kind of end up doing this shit. And it's not like I want to do this. This is just the only way to progress the Mages Guild quest. Wait an hour. He'll heal up a bit. And we're back to shooting fire at his knee. But yeah, how are you guys doing in chat? We can actually have some like chat session while we're doing these shenanigans. I'm sure I'd love to hear about everybody's week.
Yeah, come on. Send a chat message. Make the chat flare up.
Make shiny stuff happen. There's a bunch of shiny stuff.
Aw. Had to get my joke.
Oh.
Flare repeatedly.
Yeah, okay. I see you. Oh, jeez.
I tell funny joke.
You do tell funny jokes.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to build your character today too.
Yeah, we were. Where were you today, by the way?
In the morning, I had session, and then I saw you in the chat, but you were AFK. You had the
Oh,
away symbol, so I
so I was on my
kind of
phone at the time.
yeah, I kind of assumed you were AFK, so I didn't contact you at all, and then I went to work.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Why does my FOV feel so small?
Are you watching my stream?
My FOV.
Oh. Because
Oh
it's an
my
Elder
god.
Scrolls game. You see my FOV. I'm
What
thinking about
the
getting a mod.
Why is there so big gaps in his Lorica segment? What is this?
Such big gaps. Is
Hold
it
on.
shit armor?
I'm going to attempt to... Does this screenshot work to show it? Yeah, I think it does. I'm gonna send it in in streaming text.
Okay. But yeah, guys, this is really what it's like to become a great and powerful mage. This is how you practice magic. This is the way you study. You just sit there and shoot fire at a person who's a god for like hours on end.
There
Alright,
it is.
let's see what this is.
Like, there's so big gaps.
Let's
There's
see.
like... Is it not rendering properly? Is it because he's on a horse?
That looks like a render issue. Because that gap is straight up enormous.
Yeah. But that is the Lyrica Segmentada. I love this mod.
It is actual plate.
It is actually what most Roman legionnaires wore.
What did the Centurions wear?
They had Lyrica Segmentada for the most part.
Okay.
And then the standard legionnaire was either given Halmata, the chainmail, or I think the scale mail, and some of them had the Lyrica Segmentada, the wealthier ones.
Gotcha. As bad as it sounds, I kind of like chainmail more than Lyrica Segmentada.
They both have just about the same range of movement. One's just cheaper.
Yeah.
Lyrica also protects better than chainmail does. But I think you'd also wear chainmail under it too, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, we got Apprentice Destruction, which means now we can go back and find...
Alt-tab Skyrim while the intro cutscene is playing, the audio will continue, but the visuals pause.
Oh boy.
Because now the talking has stopped, but we're not even through the gate yet of Helgen.
James, how's it looking for you, man?
Just trying to get the follow script running again, and then I'll be good to hop on.
Okay. What you get? Do you want to do Deeprock? Do you want to do Risk of Rain? Like, what you feeling right now?
Want to do For Honor?
I don't have it installed.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good for anything on that list.
Could do Insurgency too.
Don't have it installed either.
Damn, Pat.
I know. I went on a purge lately.
Buy a like terabyte hard drive. Download all the games to it.
I
have most of my games installed. Like,
there are reasons that's a bad idea.
Be careful.
All right, so we need Magica waxes, which we have that, or we should have that now. Sever
I'm
Magica.
always like, what? You guys don't have all of the games you own downloaded at once? And I'm like, oh wait, not everyone has 8 terabytes of space.
Yeah, I don't have 8 terabytes. If I had 8 terabytes, then I would not care. But I just don't. Where's my weak spell?
But I have 3 terabytes of just memes.
We did it, guys. After literally like 30 minutes of just grinding in order to get the ability to cast certain types of magic, we have officially opened up a door.
Well, would you look at that?
Yep, would you look at that indeed.
Someone will need to see where this goes.
I cannot
I
wait
think
to
you
shove
should
a
go.
sword
You've
through
done
your
all the
throat,
hard
Captain.
work, after all. If there are any discoveries,
Why
to be
is
made,
this man so dark?
Alright, so... Wait, why is...
I'm looking at your stream. The dude you're talking to, why is he so dark?
Because we're in a dark room.
He's the shadow.
He is the Nightman. Have you guys ever heard...
Hey.
No!
Did it
No.
crash?
No. Do you see the enemy in the distance?
No.
Okay, so...
That's so interesting.
we have to fight wraiths.
2 of the soldiers are wearing the Rica Segmentata. What's his name? Hamar, whatever the Imperial is. Hadvar. He's wearing, like, medieval style Roman armor. But the captain is wearing the Halmata, but has buckles on it.
I hate fighting wraiths.
Just get Ghost Touch, easy.
I have Ghost Touch. I hate fighting them because they're scary. I really hate fighting wraiths. You know what? It might be a time to just level up Conjuration. Just have my summons do all the work for me. We have Flame Atronak.
What the fuck?
What?
I just heard like a cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Like a cuckoo clock, like cuckoo. Wait, is that a bird? Is that from the bird mod?
Void? That hurt. The fuck?
This soldier, by the way, who tells the priest to shut up and let's get on with this, is such a badass.
That's not a soldier, though.
Dude, please save some balls for the rest of us, man.
He ain't a soldier.
And he's a Stormcloak soldier.
He's a Stormcloak mercenary.
That's fair.
My potions are mislabeled.
I'm surprised they managed to hit his neck with all his massive balls being in the way.
Lord VG.
What? He's such a... What the? Alright, this
Oh.
mod changes the Dragon War sound. Good to know.
Alright, so we're gonna have our... Wait, does silence work? No, it doesn't work on Atronax. Yeah, that's what I thought. Up you go.
I demand trial by horse.
Trial by horse. Haha. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm gonna do some grinding off stream and try and level
Don't
up my
just
stuff.
stand there. Ugh.
Don't just stand there, eh?
That's what you don't... Don't just stand there, kill that thing. But halfway through, a random guardsman died and his voice overpowered Tullius's.
That's perfect. It's just what we
Don't
needed.
just stand there.
Ow.
Wow, you're looking extra crispy.
I got
Hey,
hit by
Alduin.
ice, actually.
What's up, buddy? Say, could you hold still for a moment while I grab some silicon?
I hate fighting wraiths, bro. They're actually the worst. My armor skill increased, though.
Hey, dude.
52. Is there anything in here that's worth my time? Or was that literally all just a fuck you? I
Your breath
believe...
stinks, Alduin.
Did he yell at you?
I'm literally walking up to him each time I'm able to and just, like, patting him on the side. What the fuck? Holy shit!
Okay, so...
Bro, this mod is the best.
I'll be right back really quick. I gotta use the bathroom, then we'll set up we'll set up Deeprock. Alright, let's see here. Let's get our shit all updated. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So we push over to the Deeprock Galactic, and now we just start her up. Oh.
Oh, what does the light armor look like? Oh, the light armor's the one made of bronze.
Of brown?
Of bronze. I was gonna say brass and bronze in the same word.
Ass.
Bronze.
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 Alright. We in game now, boys.
Today will be
James, what class are you gonna play?
For which one?
Deeprock.
Um,
What you feeling?
I think I've only got one class that's actually leveled, but I
Oh.
could try any of the others too.
Leveling doesn't matter, you don't need to worry about that.
Uh, not sure then. Which ones are you guys thinking? I can fill.
It doesn't matter to me, honestly.
I play one class.
Which one's that, Scout?
Yeah.
He's a scouty boy.
He flies. Flying dwarf.
Let's see, what kind of hat we want to wear today.
Alright, let me save this and actually get in Deeprock with you guys. I'm so blown away by this mod. I swear to God, if I go to one of the major battles and I see someone throw a Pelum before they charge in, I'm gonna nut.
Is that what you're gonna do?
That is will be the course of events, yes.
Alrighty then.
God, this mod, that's so good.
Oh yeah.
I need to find a mod that makes the Stormcloaks more like the Celts and the Germanics.
It was the Germans who beat back the Romans, so I'd say make them more like the Germans. You know what would be a good idea? Make them like the Teutons.
Then they could be tooting their own horn.
Ha!
Ha!
I'm shooting you an invite. Alright. It seems James is appearing offline, so we will have to,
Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't signed in on Steam yet.
That's James for you. Fucking nerd.
He's the ever elusive boy.
Ha.
Drone modifications. Do we have anything new? No, it doesn't look like it. That's fine. Welcome in, Mr. Scoot. Ugh. James, you thinking of just joining, like, partially in?
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and start, go ahead.
Okay. VG, do you have any quests or whatever you want to do?
I think I completed my one to get the gun unlocked. Yeah,
Okay.
there's another one for me.
You only get one shot, one chance.
Promotion qualification scout. Should I do that?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Let's do it. We'll do difficulty 3. More kite. What do we have for sale right now?
225 Markite is such an odd number.
I don't know. It seems fair to me. It's like the 5s. It's like the honorary even number is a 5. Drink.
Does this make us dig faster?
Yeah. And now, we use our pump gun.
Oh, total red is reduced fall damage.
Oh, fall damage? Okay. That's Bobby.
And now I'll be in the door.
Bisected. Alright, if you ever find yourself in trouble, come find me. I will shoot the gun at them.
You will shoot the gun.
At them.
Bang bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
Bang,
Boom,
bang,
boom,
bang.
boom, boom.
I'm really not ready for this. If you don't rock and stone, you ain't coming home.
Eh.
Check your gear and let's go.
Alrighty. Hey, we got ourselves some Nitra.
Nitra.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is very awkward. Where do we go? Oh, this is a cave. So we are looking for the Kite of Moor. Nothing catching my eye so far. Right. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I think I need to change up my perks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love these things. The breathers. I'm not sure if it's like a plant or something, if it is like actually a living.
Should have left my nose on the
Yeah.
bloody spice ring.
It walked at me.
Oh, that's threatening behavior, yeah.
Better plant some cocaine on it so it's justified.
Oh my god.
Alright. I bet CJ would like this game. It's kind of up his alley, I think. Methinks.
Thanks you.
Yes. This is a really long cavern. I still need to get Minecraft set up. Fuck. Yeah, we need to do that. I really want to play the new update. I legitimately have been aching to do it. And I'm actually to the point where I might just set up a server and just play it and have you guys join in whenever you want. Nitra. It's the yummy material. I like eating nitra. Oh. I already bought you around.
Gonna buy me more, obviously.
Yeah. That was satisfying. Oh, there's Morkite up there.
I found some Morkite. Not ready. Flares recharging.
Oh, you're long gone. Holy crap.
Am I ahead?
Yeah, you're well away from me. Ha.
Where was the Morkite?
Over down this way. Up there. Yeah, you got it. There you go.
Deeprock seriously needs to invest.
We'll pull Molly over here, get her loaded up.
We'll load Molly.
Welcome. Dun-na-na-na-na-na. Cyberpunk would actually be a pretty fun game, I think, to stream to. Fuck it.
Zipline done.
Not the best zipline, but a zipline nonetheless.
You're not just gonna grappling hook up?
Nah,
Oh,
bro.
wait.
Listen, that class is my main. I only play Gunner because it benefits you.
Does it, though?
Yeah, it does. Trust me, when we get into the hordes, you're gonna feel that. Honestly, it's been a while since we got a horde, though. Hey,
We haven't gotten any yet, actually.
cosmetic thingy. Oh. Oh.
This one's for Carl.
That was a few of them. I actually haven't seen a brood thingy in a while.
Why is Molly on the ceiling?
Because Molly has no brains. Molly lolly lolly.
Molly Pop.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly 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 lollipop. Ba-dum bum bum. Mr. Sandman.
Man me a sin.
Make him the prettiest car door hook. Come on. Why must I be attacked by a Praetorian? It's because I can end it like in just a few hundred rounds.
Just a few hundred rounds, you know how it is.
Yeah, you know.
Found a barley bulb.
Yay, that's beer. Beer.
Beer.
Beer.
Confirmed scan. Glyphid dreadnought on intercept course.
Oh.
Ready, team.
Engagement. Okay, where are you?
Probably far from you.
I haven't had a dreadnought spawn in a very long time in a mission.
I've never had one spawn mid-mission.
Really? This used to be a hell of a